We've all done it.
Whoops.
I had Restream open just out of pure habit.
Me too.
Let's see. Let's see what happens here. I don't know what's going on. I can't tell who. I can't tell if we're live or not.
We have, yeah, we're live.
We're
Let's see.
live on.
We're live on Facebook.
We're live on our site
We are live on the YouTube.
on the tube. How do you know that?
I'm getting the notifications on my phone.
Oh, really?
Let's check our site.
I'm going to our site right now. Let's see who gets there first.
Well, we got check boxes up there in the top. Does that mean
We're live on the site.
okay?
Live on the site. Look at that. How about that? It all works.
Everything's
How
working.
crazy. Okay, I gotta plug in. Actually, to plug in my soundboard here because I was charging. I
What?
didn't charge it last night. It's down to 18%. You think 18% could get me through a show?
I don't
the
know.
$1 billion question here.
18% on what? Better.
What on an iPad? Good evening, guys. Saturday Night's Antisocial Club number 24, Chad. 24. I never thought we'd get to 24 on this, Chad.
I was hoping we wouldn't.
If we're going all honest,
And the sad thing is, that's every other week.
I know we got going every other week like 2 months ago or a month ago.
Yeah.
Recorded live Saturday, October 3rd, 2020. Ground rules: we can talk about anything. You don't have to agree, but we have to be respectful. It might be hard tonight with everything that's happened lately. Keep it family friendly, and callers will get dumped if they break the rules. Because Jesse's taking a break tonight, so you calling, you're coming in hot. I've got the little button right here, and I can dump you just as fast. So. We're using established channels of social media to create the Geocaching podcast. Show alone costs a lot of money to run. Now the show is an added expense. If it brings you any sort of joy, any help, any anything we can help you with, please consider helping us out. There's two ways to do it. First, you go to PayPal, PayPal.me/the Geocaching podcast. You make a one-time donation. That's PayPal.me/the Geocaching podcast, and make a one-time donation. Or you could become a patron of our show with all the extras that come along with it. It's extra audio, extra video, only available to our patron members. You get stuff in the shop for dirt cheap on the Geocaching podcast. Yeah, I should make a Saturday Night Antisocial Club T-shirt. Just throw it in there for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that. Also, you get to put your own shows. You get stickers and path tags depending on the tiers. You get soon to be coins as well. So it's a lot of fun stuff on the paywall. The other side is so much better. That's about it. You want to become a patron of our show and join the other 90 plus people, you may go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching podcast. And that's all I got, Chad. That's the intro, Chad. That's all I got. Guys, Saturday night. How you guys doing tonight? Give us a call, 808-468-7924, 808-GOT-SWAG. Or for you international callers, I don't have it in front of me, so I'm going to try and make it up. It is callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. I think that's correct, actually. And you can talk to us live. Jesse's going to be slurping a drink. Jesse says she's getting loaded tonight, guys. That's what she told me at dinner. Chat. Right, Dad? You taking that back now?
I muted myself while I was drinking just in case there was an incident there.
An international incident? Sorry.
Yeah, we don't want a repeat of that.
You think you get drunk tonight?
I don't know, maybe.
It only benefits me, so drink away.
Might not be a benefit. We'll see. Depends on how drunk I get.
So yeah, Chad. So tonight we got nothing to talk about. So you guys want to give us a call? You give us a call, 808-468-7924, 808-GOT-SWAG. I mean, there's so much we can talk about, but if you want to stay out of politics, then we got to stay out of politics.
I can whine about my pinky toe.
What happened to your pinky toe?
I stubbed it 2 weeks ago, and I stubbed it pretty damn hard, and I wasn't sure if I did extra damage. It still hurts.
Aw.
So I think I broke it.
Well, if it still hurts 2 weeks later, you probably broke it. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
So
pretty good.
It's not too bad when I don't have a shoe on it, and then when I got my sandals on, which I can drive with, it's not too bad because it's not putting side pressure on it. But when I tried to put my regular shoes on yesterday, because I was going into the office, need to do some things in the lab, I could not wear my regular shoes. It's like I had to go into the office with sandals on.
Interesting. Okay. And so is it like still super hot in California? It's cold here.
It was 90 today,
It was cold.
90, 91.
It was like lower 50s today.
Oh God, it was awful.
It's
So
cold.
cold.
Shane had a fall ball game, and I felt every inch of that fall ball today, man. It was cold.
90 and still smoky.
Mm-mm.
Did Jessie give an update on her travel bug? Jess, is there any updates on your travel bug?
I haven't
Uh,
seen anything.
No, nothing new.
I see people have been going back and forth on our caches, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's been fun to watch.
I've been
Who's working with who?
Yeah, who's working with who? Because I follow. I put a watch on yours, so I can
Yeah,
see.
I saw Linda number one did mine, and who'd she work with? She worked with someone.
Topher, maybe?
Is it Topher?
That sounds right.
Chad, Cody wants to know: did it go black bruise?
That toe didn't go black bruise, but the at the top of the toe, or where the toe meets the foot, kind of like this part here, it went a bruise, and it went across all three toes, and then it went up this other toe, and blood. I still got part of a bruise up in this part of the secondary toe, which wasn't the pinky toe, which is weird.
Hmm. Okay.
So yeah, it definitely bruised up. And it's swollen more than the other pinky toe. So
Orojo got a second adventure lab. I see.
Nice.
Well done, sir. Well done. Lucky. Jesse, you're gonna run out of time, kid.
I know.
You're gonna run.
We're gonna have to go next week, I think.
You're gonna run out of time.
When do I have until the
I
end of,
last time I checked mine. I should have checked mine.
end of October, right?
How do I do it? What do I go do? Is it labs.geocaching.com? I think it is. That's the one thing that's
Yeah.
really irritating, Jesse, is that like I can't don't get alerts on when somebody finds my.
Whoops, I forgot I changed my password.
it's like, no, Glenn, I did not say ouch. So I don't cry when I injure myself. My wife would have went off like no tomorrow, but me, it's like I mentally curse a lot
You mentally curse?
when I stub my toe. So Glenn was asking me if I said ouch.
Did you cry?
There was a little bit of leakage going on,
Was there?
but no verbal crying.
Last time you cried really hard, Chad.
Last time I cried really hard.
Hard. I mean a good cry.
It was about 6 years ago. Cat died.
That was a good hard cry.
hmm The whole family had a good hard cry. We lost a family member.
That's
So
not a good hard cry.
I cry all the time.
I know, but you've never seen me cry hard, have you, Sis? I've ever seen me cry hard. I'm trying
I've
to think if it's
seen
been
you
8 years. If it's been in 8 years,
cry, but I
cry.
don't remember why.
when I created Toby's bar mitzvah, I cried. You've seen me happy.
You cried when one of the kids won a championship.
Oh my God! I'll cry. I'll choke up now if you talk about.
Oh yeah, you
Right.
did cry at Toby's bar mitzvah. You couldn't get through your speech.
Can't get by my.
You ironically you teared up when you were thanking
Talking
me.
about you. We should tell you what I think of you, jerk.
I know, that was sweet.
Uh,
You know what I do? I cry all the time in the car. Twice a week I drive 45 minutes each way to take my son to his dad and then to pick him up. And so I have, drive time. And so I crank up the tunes, and every once in a while a song will come on that just like hits my feels, and I let it out. That's like my emotional time. And then I'm all good. Get it all out, and then
I'm not much of a. I'm more of a happy crier. I'm a happy crier.
yeah, you are.
When Shane won the championship that one time, when he won, I should say won me a championship because I coached the team, and I've never won a championship, coaching my kids. So Shane gave it on and Jesse, it's funny because I was wearing sunglasses, and a hat like this and sunglasses, and then I'm hugging Shane, and I walk over to Jesse. Remember Jesse? And Jesse's like, I walk over to the fence, my hands on the fence. Jesse's like, you're crying, and I'm like, a little bit. I'm like, maybe a little bit.
So
I think-
I'll do that at movies. Both on the happy side, especially if they've been in some dramatic trauma and they finally managed to get through, and then on the bad side. I mean, I remember. You remember the movie The Champ with Ricky Schroeder?
course. And Ryan O'Neal.
Yeah, I think that was the first movie I remember crying. Because I was about I was about the kid in the show, the Champs age, and it was the summer, and they were playing it on television,
Yeah.
and I remember sitting there bawling
I
because
remember.
the champ died.
I remember sitting bawling. You know what movie? And Cody will know this. I think I've talked about it with Cody before. Snoopy Come Home. I remember watching it on TV. Snoopy Come
Mm.
Home. Do you know which one that is, Chad?
Mm.
That's when Snoopy goes to his original owner. Goes back to his original owner. He leaves
Okay.
Charlie Brown to go back to his original owner. Or I should. I should be a boy. I'm assuming it's a boy. And then comes back to Charlie Brown because the little girl moves into a condo or an apartment, and there's no dogs allowed, so she has to go back to Charlie Brown.
Mm.
And I remember going when they had a big party to say goodbye to Snoopy. Okay, Cody says, "I'm like that way." See, Cody knows. So like they had a big party to say goodbye to Snoopy, and everyone's giving speeches and stuff like that. And I must have been I was in my old house. I moved out of my old house in '77, so I was at least 6, at the most 6, at
Right.
the most. And I remember watching this and bawling. Probably the first time I ever cried, like from that kind of
Right.
like that kind of like a 6-year-old, you don't cry from watching a movie like Cam that one time.
All right.
Cam cried from E.T. He didn't know how to express that. Our kid. So
Yeah,
probably something.
I mean, I remember crying during ET, or I should say, tears leaking out.
Your
So-
eyes were leaking.
Right,
Aw.
my eyes were leaking.
I
So yeah, I was about 8 or so with the champ, 8 or 9, and I remember. Oh God, that tore me up.
I cry now. I'll cry happiness, drop of a hat. Now I don't know why. I don't know when. I think I'm going to make him a father. I never cried, and then now it's like, oh my god, oh I cry all the time. Like Toby's bar mitzvah. I couldn't get. Remember Toby's speech? No, me and Shane both. Me and Shane. Shane is sitting in my lap. We're both bawling.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I think I have a picture. Oh, I gotta find that picture.
Me and Shane both bawling at Toby's speech.
What day was his bar mitzvah? January 6th?
Was it the 6th? I don't remember. Something like that.
What year? 2018?
Oh my god, I got a little.
Yes, that's the
freaking
day.
map. Well, you got it? Oh, good.
Yeah, but I don't think that I have
Me
that
and,
picture.
me and Shane just bawling, listening to Toby's speech. Him thanking us basically is what he was doing. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but here I have this picture. Wait, let me share my.
Of Toby's bar mitzvah. Oh, Toby's the chat. There he is. Toby Burks. January
Okay,
6th.
I got the date right. See, I know. Okay, wait. I need.
This is my kids when they're bored
Tab
because they can't go on the
photos.
internet. They have to actually watch my show. When oh,
Yeah, you think my
Oh,
son
look,
ever watches this?
there's Cody.
Here's Cody, and that's Daryl Wattenberg. Daryl
I was
W.
gonna
Ford,
say, isn't
Renee.
that Daryl?
Yep,
There's
Daryl and
Yeah.
Renee.
There's Renee. That's his wife. And there's
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
and Chris.
Let's see what other pictures do we have. Oh, that was all of them.
That's funny.
That was a good one. The top one there.
I forgot.
The
Yeah,
photo. We had the photo booth
I
there.
forgot I had the photo booth there. That's right. Yeah.
Here's all the kids dancing.
Oh, the bar mitzvah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That giant teddy bear Toby's holding.
Meanwhile,
Thing's huge.
Toby was shorter than Jesse.
Yeah.
He towers over her in 2 years.
Well, that's what happens with boys.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, he was shorter than me too. Obviously.
Oh, he was probably shorter than most of the girls
there's me
in
and
his
my
class
son.
at the time.
Look how little Cam is. Jesus.
Look how little he's taller than me now.
Yeah, yeah. Lord.
Yep. I think that's it. That's all
Did
I
I
have.
take that picture?
You must have. I don't know who else would have.
Yeah, I guess so. That's at our house, right?
That's
Yeah,
at our old house.
Yeah, hold on.
In the hallway at our old house.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So like, I'm. The last time I've sad cried was probably, I would say 2008 or 9. I remember I sat outside. 2007, I think it was. I sat outside. I was. I don't know if it will. You die. I sat outside and I was. I think my. It's right before everything with my ex-wife and me hit the fan, and I was sad and I was sitting outside my backyard. It was a summertime, and it's like all of a sudden, like like with my mom, my mom died in '98, and and I really didn't mourn her the way I should have, and so it's like I really never got past it. And then Kegs died. Kegs died in '06, and and like so I think that like when it came, it just came hard.
Mhm.
In terms of like the crying and all that, just and a good 15 minutes, and then like it all washed away, and it was fantastic. And it's like one of those like hard ones, like you're like bahoo bahoo, like a
Right.
sob one. That's probably the last time. You know,
I don't remember the last time I cried like that.
like that hard sob. Yeah, I don't know. But like I don't know. It's good to cry. Crying is good. I'm more of a happy cry. I'll happy cry at the drop of a dime. More than I care to. I wish I didn't so much.
Hmm.
Like my kids succeed and I bawl and I try and hide it. It's like I can't. Oh, it's terrible.
I hide my happy tears all the time because all you would do, Scott, is make fun of me.
Why would
I
I
like I tear up at like commercials.
Well, that's not a
I
happy tear though. That's not a happy cry.
it's sure it is. It's like okay, y'all can make fun of me all you want. But there's a commercial out here for like a junior college. And the commercial is a single mom. She's like struggling to make ends meet. She's barely putting food on the table for her kids. And she decides to go back to college and she gets her degree and she gets a good job and then she can take care of her kids. And the first time I saw that commercial, it hit me, like I know that feeling.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And made me tear up.
Cubs winning the World Series. I cried like a baby.
Yes, you did. We both did. We hugged and jumped up and down and cried.
I was like, yeah, good job.
And then I cried again like 3 months
What?
later. 3 months later,
Yeah.
I'm in the gym on a treadmill and they're replaying the goddamn World Series. And I can't help but watch it. Okay, I can't help but watch it. And they freaking win it, and I'm crying in the gym, dude. Crying in the gym on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Like,
When
damn.
the highlights,
Oh,
the video came out, the DVD,
oh,
that made me tear up. Reliving that.
yeah. Like 3 months later, I cried again. Yeah, I can't help it. So yeah, so crying's good. I like crying. I like happy crying. I don't like upset crying. But like mostly happy cry with my kids. That's what
You know what crying? You know what crying I don't like?
What?
Crying on Big Brother and The Amazing Race and shows like that.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
ones like, suck it up, Butterbean. You asked for it.
Oh, sorry.
No, but half the time they're fake cries, like David this year and all his fake crying.
You think he was fake crying? Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's possible.
You gotta figure like it's a lot of that is. I mean, it's a pressure cooker in there on both those shows.
I can understand it's a pressure cooker, but then
Yeah.
some of them, I can understand a person getting emotional once or maybe even twice in the show, but there's been some that go in there and it's like every friggin' week. I think Nicole A was like that on her first season, and there's been others like that, and it's like, okay, already. I understand she's going through emotional hardship. I don't need to go through it.
Right. Yeah,
Mhm.
Kevin did cry at the drop of a hat. That's correct.
Hmm.
He cried because people kept putting him up. That's what he kept.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
if
probably
anyone
cry if
should-
I got if I
If
got
anyone
nominated
should have
4 weeks
been
in a
in
row.
that, would have been Kevin. And Kevin did cry a little bit, but
He cried quite a bit.
he's he was up there 5 times. I mean,
Sorry, finally went. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, spoiler alert. But yeah,
well, if you haven't watched it, you're not gonna watch it. So
I know, right? So it's So Chad, Trump's got the COVID, buddy.
I'm just glad Rachel didn't. Rachel was pregnant and she couldn't get in the house.
Who's Rachel?
Remember Rachel from Rachel?
Oh my God,
Rachel.
we're still talking Big Brother here.
Yeah. You tried to transition off, and
You know
the-
Scott wants to talk politics.
the character that I despise the most out of all Big Brother characters is Rachel.
I
Well,
didn't know you watched.
Evil Dick's almost there,
I
but
didn't know you watched Big
Rachel
Brother. How many years have you watched Big Brother?
since the first season.
You know, I'm friends with Howie Gordon.
Really?
Johnny Howie. Yeah. He's my friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know
in
that.
fact, yeah. In fact, when he after he was on All Stars and got voted out, he used to call me from the what's it called all the time from the
From
jury.
the jury house.
Yeah, he's calling from the, and I'd scream at him because before he went in, I was like, okay, Nokomis, befriend Nokomis. I was telling him who to befriend and who to hate because he never
Mhm.
watched the show. You know, he went right after, and he totally ignored everything I told him to do. Ignored everything. I'm like, and so I was screaming at him when he was in the. I'm like, what are you doing? Like he like went against Nokomis and like all these people. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
Right.
Yeah. So like, yeah, he's my friend. Yeah, I've known him for years, and he's from Buffalo Grove, as a matter of fact. He's from here, and no, he's in Alaska. He's a weatherman from Alaska,
Wow.
and yeah. So like, yeah, that show. I used to laugh because like I always wanted to go on that show, and I always say I'd either be out the first week or I'd make it to the end. It all depends on how the people perceived me. But now
Right.
I'm too old now. Like I'm
Oh
a
yeah.
really old guy.
We would be
Yeah.
what was it
I'd be
Chicken George?
Yeah, I can't. I wanted to go on it for a long time. I'm like, I think I could really do good in that house. So I'm a good bullshitter. I got a crap ton of stories. Yeah. What's
See,
wrong? Oh, because I said
That's why people complain.
I got a crap ton of
See.
stories forever, and
I can't lie worth crap. You know that's part of my problem, and then I wouldn't be able to keep my lies straight. So
right.
I think I would be horrible in there.
Well,
Me
is
too.
the key is to not lie. It's just to more like alternative facts kind of thing. Whereas you don't necessarily lie. You just play people. You bring them around to your. I'm trying to how to understand how to say this. You bring them around to what you are thinking to get them to understand what you're thinking. Okay, so like you'll never get somebody to change their mind. Obviously, if somebody hates
Right.
them, you're not going to get them to like them. You know, but if you can get them to like, but if you can work with them to try and deflect that to somebody else, you know, and there's ways to do that. You know, deflect your anger this way instead of this way. You know, like what about this person? What about this person? Why should we get? I think we should get out person A rather than the person that you want to get out, who I'm friends with. You know, like
I think that worked in the early years of Big Brother. I don't think that works in today's era of Big Brother.
yeah, it is a different game than it was 10, 12 years ago. Yes. You know,
So-
but I would have wanted to play 10, 15 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's when I would have wanted to play. I would have wanted to play when we had and this might be insensitive, but I called him Pogo. The guy that was missing a leg that got tossed out after he held a knife to the one girl's throat.
Oh yeah, that was like season 2,
Oh yeah, I think
Three.
it was season 2.
2 or 3. Yeah.
So
What the hell was his name?
I can't remember his name. I'm bad with names, so
But yes, I remember that one. Yeah, I've seen I watched since the first season 1. I've watched since season 1 of that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Jessie is a late bloomer because she never watched it until she met me. And in the first 5 years, I don't think you watched it either. I would watch it, and she doesn't
No.
watch. She kind of watches it now.
No, Sunday nights you'd be watching and I'd be watching football.
Yeah.
And Thursdays you'd be watching that. I'd be watching football.
there's only 3 other reality TV shows that I really got into: Survivor,
Yep.
Amazing Race,
Yep.
and Big Brother.
That's what I watch. Yeah, those are
Yep,
the-
that's
And
what we watched.
I watched, I believe, every episode that's aired on each of them.
Yep.
At least every season, if I've missed an episode here or there.
Mhm.
We also like Naked and Afraid.
I like Naked and Afraid too. Yes.
Naked and Afraid. That's
It's on- What is it on? Is it on National
Discovery.
No.
Discovery or National Geographic?
Discovery. I think it's on Discovery Channel. It is amazing. It's like we just watched like, oh my God, these people. Wow. Masked Singer. Now we watched a couple
Okay.
Yeah.
we watched a couple episodes of Masked Singer. It didn't jump out at me.
I've been watching it. It's not my favorite. I don't consider that one a reality TV show, though. It's a contest.
It's I agree.
You know, I like The Voice and some other ones. Huh?
You know, my buddy Steve, who's been on this show,
Yep.
showrunner for NCS. You know, CBS came up to him and said, "90 said, okay, said, hey, you want to be on Amazing Race?" So Steve called me. He's like, "Dude, you want to go on Amazing Race?" And I had
Oh.
just had Toby Toby was like a year old. I'm like, dude, I can't go on Amazing Race. I got my kid, a kid who's a year old. And it's how I don't like to fly. I'm like, there's no way I can go on Amazing Race. He's like, seriously, we could literally legit go on Amazing Race. He's like, they're asking me to go. He's like, you're the only person I want to go on with. He's like, because we've known each other for 20 some,
Right.
now it's 40 some years, but like, he's like, you're the only person I want to go on the show with. I'm like, dude, I can't go.
I would definitely go on Amazing Race. I would love to go on that show.
If he
Although
had a son
although
who-
now I'm kind of broken down and
But like I was working on my own. I mean, that would be like 3 months away from my job. Remember, I was freelancing. If I didn't work, I didn't get paid, kind of a thing. Like,
right.
just I'd literally have to win the show. You know, that was like Big Brother. It's like if I didn't get the jury, I would literally lose money. I would have to make it to jury for it to be worth it. Because then you get those an extra 6 weeks of $1,000 a week.
Right.
You know, yeah. So, yeah. Cody's, I would do. Cody, we can do Amazing Race. Cody, apply with me. I'll do it with you. But I know Jesse would want to. I don't know if Jesse would want to do Amazing.
No, I wouldn't want to do it.
Race.
I'd be pretty good at it, but I wouldn't want to do it.
I think you'd be good at certain parts of it.
Yeah. Right.
But I think that because Jesse, and I love Jesse, she's my wife. I love her. Jesse is very. How do
Be
I-
careful what you say.
That's why I'm being very careful.
Don't say like Rachel who wants to quit
Jesse-
everything.
Jesse doesn't want to quit. Jesse is.
I'm actually very competitive.
It's almost borderline too competitive. That's the problem. Is that like I think Jesse would. I think Jesse. It's same thing with Big Brother. If you went on Big Brother, I think they would spin you as a total bitch
Oh, absolutely.
because of how you are.
Because
think-
I am competitive. Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Super
Yeah.
competitive.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think that's how they would spin you. And I think then you'd see that and you'd be super pissed that that they showed you that way when you
Right.
know.
You're 100% correct.
Yeah, I know my
Yeah.
what.
I like to be good at everything that I do.
Exactly. And I think you would also get very, very frustrated if you couldn't do something
Yep.
in front of people, because I know how
Oh,
you
yeah.
are. And so you have a whole crowd of people watching, and you can't put this ball in this tube, and it would drive you mad. And you would start cursing and screaming everybody and cursing everybody out and be like 2-year-old, I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Probably.
Now, and yeah, and I definitely know people like that. And while I'm the opposite way. It's like I go ultra focused and ignore everything around me, and I'm gonna do this.
oh, there you go. Justin. That's his name, Chad. Justin Sebek held the knife to Krista. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kunabud. Yeah. So, Chad, you should check out Alone. What's Alone? Oh, it's the Survivor. I know that show. Yes, that was like kind of like Survivor Man, isn't it? That's a good show too.
Survivor Man, was that the one where they put like 10 guys out
No.
on an island, or
No, the Survivor Man is where that one dude, he mimics a boat wreck, and he has to survive for like a week or 10 days or something like that.
okay,
Like, but it's one dude who's just this like ultra survivalist, and he's left alone with the camera, and he has to survive. Like, so they put him on in a rowboat in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and he has to like survive for 10 days, stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. It was a good show. But no, Naked and Afraid is a good show too, Chad. If you've never seen it before, check it out. It's a pretty good show.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
I mean, you got people with naked butt.
We'll watch it for hours. And the other one that we've just recently started getting into, because they show it for like hours and hours in a row on what channel? CNBC?
CNBC.
On
yeah.
CNBC is Undercover Boss.
Undercover.
Oh,
We've been
God.
watching that.
I couldn't stand that. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
on a Sunday, you could get up at 6 a.m. and watch it till 10 o'clock at night. It just is.
Why didn't you like it?
It seemed too fake. It seemed like everything was completely set up, and that, I mean, when you got some of these bosses in there that are just such a screw up, that is like, no, I don't see these people reacting in the ways that they did. At least I couldn't handle dealing with these individuals if I were in their shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, like, how do they decide who the people are? Like, which employees are they going to go and work with?
Right.
You know, who decides that? Is it just
Or like
like
how he's gonna go
random luck
he's
of the
gonna go hang with
draw
Chuck
of,
today, kind of a thing. That kind of thing. Like,
huh?
how does he get to hang with Chuck? Why does he get to hang with Chuck and not Billy?
Yeah,
Kind
exactly. Right.
Uh,
Who picked those? Is it like random?
no, they probably go interview a crap ton of people, and they decide Billy needs a new car, so we're gonna go be with Billy, and Billy's gonna charm him and get a new car out of the deal. And let
Yeah,
me
it's
tell you
pretty
something.
amazing.
We've watched season 1 and we've watched like season 10. Okay,
Oh, it's so different.
it's like season 1. Okay, let's start with season 10. Season 10, he's like, I'm gonna give you $50,000 in a new car. And you're like, oh my God, thank you so much. You're the best. Season 1, he's like, I'm going to give you $1,000 to put towards your kid's education. It's like, it's such a huge, obscene, different amount of money
Mm-hmm.
that they're giving these people, because you could tell, like, obviously sponsors and, and people putting money towards the thing. But if you watch season 1 and season 8, I think they're on right now, or season 10, such a huge difference.
So different.
Like those people on the first season 1 got hosed. They got like nothing.
So there was another good one called The Mole. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
they
like
started
Celebrity
doing
Mole.
Celebrity Mole.
Yeah.
And it just like it went to hell in a handbasket with Celebrity Mole.
Celebrity, yeah.
It's like, oh God.
Did you watch Celebrity Big Brother?
I did watch Celebrity Big Brother, and it was like I just kept rolling my eyes throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. Anybody want to join in the conversation? 808-468-7924.
Oh yeah, I forgot we have phone lines.
Yeah, we got phone lines.
Call us.
People just enjoy listening to us ramble on about TV shows, apparently. But yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, Jess.
Yeah, we watch hours and hours worth of ridiculousness as well.
Yeah. Jed, you know what ridiculousness is?
On
I
MTV.
know what it is. I don't know what the TV show is.
It's on MTV. It's with
It's on
Rob Dyrdek.
Rob Dyrdek. Yeah. I once
Wow.
watched it. I once checked it, Jed. It's on it was on 23 out of 24 hours on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Apparently, one of the characters on Big Brother was on Ridiculous. This
no. Oh,
no,
like,
As a
because
guest?
as a guest.
They have
Must have been as
they
a-
have guests on
No,
quite a
no,
bit.
must have been okay as a guest because they had it got mentioned this season. I was like, what the heck is that? Now I remember because they said it was on the show was on MTV.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Ridiculous is a good show. And it's funny because I used to watch it with Cody. Okay, with Aaron. And and then obviously the Rona hit and Aaron couldn't come over to watch it. So I would literally FaceTime Aaron, turn my phone around, and we would watch Ridiculous together.
Oh, jeez.
Because I have this big screen TV here, and like Aaron could literally see the TV, like from my thing. Yeah, so we'd
Mhm.
watch Ridiculousness together and laugh together. Yeah, because the Rona wouldn't let us.
Yeah, you ever watch the Eco Challenge?
No.
It's on. I think it's on Amazon Prime now. They brought it back, so it used to air on something like the Nature Channel or something back in the 90s. It was actually who was the guy that created Survivor?
Oh,
I have to Google that.
I can't think of it.
I think Mark something or other.
Mark. Oh, I see his name like every freaking week that it's on. I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm asking the Google.
I know and Enderal does Big
Mark
Brother.
Burnett.
Mark Burnett.
Mark Burnett. So Mark Burnett is the one that
Yeah,
created
Google.
this.
What's it called?
The Eco Challenge.
No.
So basically, it makes Ironman
Oh wow.
look like wimpy activities. So they'll do like 600 miles in under 6 days, and this is 600 miles where you got say 150 miles of water. You got you got mountain biking. You got climbing, literally climbing mountains. You're dealing with all kinds of torturous stuff, and usually they start out with about 50 teams, and usually by by the end of stage one, you've lost a bunch of teams. They couldn't make it either because something happened and they just can't make it because of the time limit or they falling out. And these people, like the winners, will actually sleep about 15 minutes every 2 days.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, and it's the most grueling challenge that I've ever seen and even ever heard of. But that's
What's
so
it?
they brought it back this year, and they had it on Amazon Prime, and what's that? Bear Grylls was the one that was hosting it this time.
Who was?
See, Bear Grylls.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Bear Grylls is he's a guy from England that he does. You've never seen Running with Bear Grylls?
No.
So he just takes celebrities out and stuff and has them go through some torturous activity and stuff. But he's like a special ops guy in real life. And so he's kind of popular for that kind of stuff. He's probably known much better in the UK than he is in the US. But yeah, so I thought the Eco Challenge was a good one.
I never heard of that one before. No.
You know which one?
So Jess, you sent this picture. This was the just picture I was talking about, Jess. For the record.
Well, there's a whole bunch of pictures in that article that I sent you.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, scroll down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, why don't you share your screen?
Oh.
But wait, hold on. Before we change topic, what was the show, Scott, where the people had to go off grid? I mean, they went off grid and then they were hunted and they were given like a debit card and a
yeah.
throwaway cell phone or something like that,
Yeah.
and they had to
The
go.
bounty hunters had to hunt them down. Yes,
Yeah, they had to go
Yeah.
like 3 weeks without being caught. What was that show?
Yeah,
It was only on like one season here in the States.
It was only on one season. You're right.
Yeah.
That was
That was
good.
like in Elgin. That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. That was a great show, though. That was like really entertaining.
It had me thinking, like, okay, what would I do?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like the bounty hunter.
And it's also, it shows you like how everything is connected, everything is digital. Nothing is, no matter how private you think your life is, nothing is private.
Right.
Big Brother knows everything about you.
So this is in the New York Times, Jess. This is what Jesse sent me. This is the White House Rose Garden shed, September 26th. These are the people who have already
Positive mappings.
tested. These are the positive. This is the
Anybody there with the P has tested positive so far.
They are scattered all around this thing.
Or they're negative for being negative.
Oh. What is this one? Oh, this little girl. You poor thing. Hey, is he positive? White House counsel.
No,
Oh no, it doesn't have a P. They're not.
no, not yet. It's
Oh.
labeling the people.
Oh God, he's talking to a little kid. No mask. No mask. Wow. Wow. Look how close. But she already. Apparently, Amy already had it. Supposedly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she apparently already had it.
Hmm.
Was it the mole, Jess?
It wasn't the mole. No.
the mole. No, I remember the mole. Yes.
Yeah, they had like two good seasons.
Hunted. I think it was called Hunted.
Hunted.
Yeah. So
on
the mole
Hunted.
had like 2 good seasons, and then it went celebrity.
Yep. Hunted. They had 9 teams of 2 attempt to disappear for 28 days in a world where most everything is digitally tracked, while highly skilled investigators search for them. Yeah, remember, like they would watch them on the cameras on the interstates, and that was crazy.
You know, it's so we're so on the grid now. I can't imagine
Hmm.
trying to get off the grid. You know. Yeah.
It's on FYI. It is on Amazon Prime Video. Oh no, you have to buy it. It's not free on Amazon Prime Video.
So there was one guy, a pair of guys that were basically they went off grid, they went camping and stuff like that, and I mean that's the route that I would go. You know, I would use that money and then get as far off grid as I could, possibly deceiving, indicating that I'm going one way and going out another way. Got to have a GPS though,
Yeah.
and a solar powered battery charger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Catching Dead's confused. Just tuned in. I'm a little confused. What are you confused about?
We're talking about reality TV shows.
And Corona mixed in.
Yep.
And the Rona.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I found this guy today. I have a collection.
She does.
I have a collection of holiday birds. And every year at Target, I go and buy this year's. So they all have a tag on their leg, and it has the year and it has their name. And this was the only one left at Target today for this year's Halloween. But I have Christmas ones, St. Patrick's Day, fall.
Thanksgiving.
This is my first actual Halloween
You have a
one.
Thanksgiving one?
I have
Oh,
Thanksgiving
good.
ones.
Technically.
I have like a turkey one.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Turkey is a bird.
So do they have
Uh-huh.
names?
They do have names. This
Like
one is this
Skelly
one is
penguin, or
Huh.
not penguin, pigeon,
this one is called Bonesy.
Bonesy,
Yeah.
Bonesy.
Bonesy.
Bonesy the pigeon.
I can't remember the names of the ones that
Yeah,
I
wasn't
have.
your nickname in high school?
Oh, you're so
No.
funny. Hilarious.
Oh yeah. So it's so Chad. Trump's got the Rona.
Well, I hear you can get an injection of bleach and take care of that stuff.
Or hydrocortisone. What was he pushing? Hydrocortisone? What the hell?
Hydroxychloroquine.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
Notice he didn't take it. Fun fact.
No, but he did take the largest. What did I read? He took the largest dose anyone has taken of whatever that one is.
Was
That
large. It
But-
was large.
remdesivir or whatever it's called. What's it called?
That mixture of
Yeah.
what do you call them?
So Jess, tell them what you were telling me at the baseball game.
What do you mean?
Where like Trump's doctor came out and said all is well.
Oh yeah, it's all over the news.
All
You
is
were watching the game.
I was watching my child play. Sorry.
Yeah.
All is well, and then Chad, and then
And then somebody else came out and said, "We don't know." They said I don't know, his vitals have been questionable or something. I don't know. And the next 48 hours are critical. But I don't know. That was hours ago. Who knows what they're saying now?
I don't know. Check it out. I just love irony. I love when things drip with irony. I love it.
Oh, breaking news. The street in front of Walter Reed is closed due to suspicious package. Do you think it's a geocache?
Right?
Everyone, okay, quick, look on the
Okay.
geocaching map and tell me, is there a cache in front of Walter? Oh, it wouldn't be.
Walter Reed.
It wouldn't be. Of course it would.
Expo
No, it wouldn't be because it's
location.
military. Wait, what's playing? Oh, I hate autoplay.
Everybody hates autoplay. Everybody.
They're waiting for the fire marshal to. Oh, an abandoned backpack.
Oh.
They're waiting for the fire marshal to clear the scene.
Hmm.
And Trump got his first positive result after returning on Thursday
Returning where?
from New Jersey.
He got his first pot. Wait, he got his first positive. Wait a second. Friday, he said he was waiting his result.
Yep. No, he got a. Oh no, they already said that.
Again,
His
watch the
doctor.
baseball game. Watch
Okay.
the game.
His doctor came out to give an update and said it has now been 72 hours since his diagnosis.
It's been 72 hours. Is
That was Thursday
that what, Thursday?
or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday. But now they're saying Thursday.
But he went live at midnight, 12:30 Chicago time, on Thursday night. Oh,
No,
that was Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Thursday night, and said, "Yeah, I'm positive." Because remember, you woke up on Friday, you're like, "Trump's positive." I'm like, "I know already."
Right.
I just didn't wake you up to tell you.
Why? I would have woke you up.
I didn't wake you up. Yeah, I was literally watching a movie on my iPad in bed. Jesse's snoring away, Jeeps is snoring away, and all of a sudden, brink, a little thing pops down. My alert saying Trump has tested positive. I'm like, OMG! And I let Jesse sleep, and I went back to my movie, which was for the record, I was watching Gone with the Wind.
I've never seen that movie.
Really? It's like 3.5. It's like 3.
Frankly, my dear, I
I
don't.
like Gone with the Wind. I haven't watched it in probably 20 years. I like that.
No, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, probably 20
It's
years
good
for me. It's about 20 years. That's gonna take me a week to watch it because I watch it, I watch it probably half an hour to 40-minute increments. I love freaking Rhett Butler, man. He's the king of just badass. So Trump's got the Rona, Chad, and that doesn't make me happy because I don't wish ill will on anyone, and I mean that. But it gives me a smirk. That's what it does. Just because, like, and I was talking, and I was, what was I talking? I was talking to Jesse and saying this is a win-win for the Republicans on all sides. It's a win-win. I know it doesn't look like it, but it is. Okay, because if God forbid something happens to Trump, and I say God forbid because I don't want anybody to die, if something God forbid happens to him, now he's a martyr, and now it's like, oh my God, how do you not vote for them? He did his lost their main guy, and if he survives and he's fine, he's gonna say, look guys, it's nothing. I survived it, and I'm 74 years old. It's nothing. Open stuff back up. So it's a win-win either way for the party. What do you think, Chad?
I think it's true to a degree, but you look at some of the people that got infected, like Chris Christie, and it's like, Chris Christie has to have diabetes.
He has asthma. He checked himself into a hospital.
He
Already?
has
He's not
Yeah.
already?
He checked himself in as a precaution because he has asthma.
he has other compounding factors here. There's a good chance
Cocaine use.
that there's a good chance here that
Allegedly.
he could
Allegedly.
die from it.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's well, I don't
Sorry.
want anyone to die, and even though I did make a joke with regards to what Trump had said, why don't people try? But I would be shocked if there wasn't at least one of the individuals that contracted it recently out of the party to die.
Now, here's the funny thing: is that you have so many of these senators who were there for that swearing in or for that meeting with the new Supreme Court justice. How many people are going to get it, and how the hell are they going to vote on the Supreme Court justice if they've got the Rona? They can't
Well,
go.
Yeah.
they can't. If they don't have everybody there, they have to do it in person. And if they don't have everyone there, they can't. Plain and
Right.
simple.
I mean, this is
And these-
this is Ruth Bader Ginsburg's last what was that funny meme I saw? Like she
She won her final. What
her
was
final
it?
debate with God or something.
Something like that. Yeah. Her final. Yeah, I don't
Well,
remember what
she
it
won her
said.
first debate with God, I think, or something along those lines. Like
Oh,
it's like ridiculously bad taste and hysterical at the same time. Like yeah, it's see, McConnell can reshuffle the committees basically. Oh, can he? Is that how that works? I don't know. Again, I am naive and I freely admit that. And when it comes to stuff like that, I don't know.
well, he can
No, they
reshuffle the committees, but when
committee-
it comes to the vote,
The vote, they all have
vote,
to be
they
there.
have-
You have to
right.
have a quorum.
well, you don't have to have all of them there, but those who aren't there do not get a vote.
Right.
So they would. So if they lose two
only
senators,
four.
two senators are out. Then they don't have enough to
Right, because
to definitively have a majority.
there's already two that are saying no. Those two women Republicans. So I don't know. Ian says they've done Zoom calls for all these other hearings. I can't imagine they wouldn't be able to do the same for those.
No, because it's in their law that has to
Law
be in
with
person.
regards to the vote, it has to be in
The
person.
vote has to be in person.
What is this Sleepless in Bethesda?
Sleepless in Bethesda. That name of that city there is Bethesda.
What's it?
Let's see.
And Walter Reed?
Sleepless in Bethesda.
They won't. The vote won't be till late October.
There's a puzzle cache that's 0.76 miles from Bethesda that is called Sleepless in Bethesda.
Mm.
Well, I don't know where the final is, but
Okay. Well, we got a call coming in. Hold on. I'm bringing him in hot. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Who's this?
That's
You don't
Toby,
recognize
right?
the number.
Toby. My hand to God, I don't know Toby's number. I have no idea what my own child's number is. Toby, this is your first time. This is your first time calling the show, isn't it?
Yeah,
How you doing?
it is. I'm doing good.
What are you doing? You just hanging out upstairs
Yeah.
with your brother? So
Are we
Toby,
talk about quarantine 15?
what?
Are we going to talk about being 15 in quarantine?
Oh, being 15 in quarantine? You can. So what's it like to be 15 in quarantine? So
It's very tough.
for anybody who doesn't know, Toby's 15 years old. 15 and a half, actually. And he's been in quarantine, obviously, for how long? 6 months or something like that?
Hmm.
So Toby,
Yeah.
what's it like to be 15 in quarantine? And don't,
Very
and don't-
hard.
and don't swear.
I know. I'd rather be. It's very hard.
Why is that?
And like, because you want to hang out with your friends a lot.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, over the winter, over the summer is all right because like you can go like to the park and stuff. But like since it's getting colder now, like people don't want to hang out because you would want to stay inside. So tough.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't go. Hey, it's too cold to hang out, right? To sit outside. That's what you're saying, correct? What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
but I mean,
I mean, come December, what
some
are you gonna
people,
do? You know, come December, you can't go in your friends'
I don't
houses.
I don't know. I'm nervous, but we talk a lot. We play a lot of video games together.
Mhm.
The big way we
Mhm.
still communicate.
Yeah, well, it's also. I mean, you're also very lucky. I mean, when I was your age, obviously there was no internet, there was no PS4, and you literally couldn't. I mean, I would literally be locked in the house with my family, for Christ's sake. At least, I mean, you have that outlet. You have FaceTime now, which you could FaceTime like kind of like Zoom, right? Where you could FaceTime more than one person. Correct?
Hmm.
And then you also have the PS4 where you could literally play video games with your friends, right?
Yeah, it's very nice.
And then you also have the
Yeah.
option of what being when you have Netflix and you have Disney Channel and you have
Yeah, but like just over the summer, like you'd want to like go to the pool, Six Flags,
yeah, you did none of
and
that.
like all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, you got to do none of that, right?
Yeah,
Or about sleeping over at
Like
friends'
school,
houses. You know, I mean, even that too. Right?
e-learning is not good.
Oh yeah, e-learning.
Do not suggest it.
So we have a 50-year-old on the line. Toby, tell us, we all want to know because I don't think any of us do e-learning. How is e-learning? It on a scale of 1 to 10, is it now give me a scale of 1 to 10 on how it is.
I mean, it depends on the person. I'm a really social kind of guy, so it's like I miss the whole school aspect of being social.
Right.
So like what my school does, it's literally school except walking in the halls. So like
So it's school
So what
minus
you're
the
supposed to do is,
social
like,
aspect. It's school minus the social aspect of school.
exactly. So it's like the rules like you have to be dressed, you have to show your face. Like you can't like show the ceiling. Your camera must always be on unless told it can be off. And like they're very strict about like time because like what are you doing at home where you cannot be on time to a Zoom call? Like
Yeah.
What if you're on the pooper?
clearly not cool.
I can't tell you how many
It's
times Cameron's been marked absent in his classes because our internet has gone down.
I know.
They're doing road construction
They're
and they
doing road
keep cutting the
construction down
wire.
road, and they keep cutting the damn wire. Dude. It's horrible. Yeah. Yeah.
That's happened to me only once.
Does it happen at mom's house? Oh, once at mom's?
Yeah.
I get the alert on my phone. Cameron has been marked absent from period this class, and I'm like, oh, the internet's down again.
Yeah. So Toby, do you find it
Yeah.
is it easier or harder with school?
I mean, I think the teachers go a little bit like easier because it's a lot different because like at school, like you can get help from a teacher like in the snap of a finger, but like e-learning you have to like get a Zoom call and all that stuff and
Mhm.
open time. and it's like much easier. Like the environment of school like makes it much easier, I'd say. Like you could do so much more in person than out of school. Like I'm in chemistry right now, and like
How do you do
we've been doing so much
how do you
more
do
stuff with, like
chemistry?
labs and stuff.
Yeah, how do you do chemistry in e-learning?
Horrible.
Well,
Well, like
in
Virtual
ahead.
laboratories.
the teacher does stuff.
well, in junior high, because my son's in 8th grade, they have every other Friday is supply pickup if your class has something for you. So last time we went and picked up, he got some music that he needed for band, and he got science experiment supplies. It was like, I don't even remember what it was. It was like funny things. It was like a rubber band, a straw, and like I can't remember what the like a piece of string and a piece of felt, or I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But it's just random things that we went and picked up, and then he can do his experiment at home.
I think Shane does that too. I think Shane picks up once every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Like that, or once.
Yeah, we've
Toby,
picked
you
up
don't do that at all.
twice.
You don't pick up anything. In school.
No, no, not really. Like either we do it like an online thing, the teacher like finds something, or like it's like a really simple one the teacher can just do, and they have to like write down. She says like it's like write down what this feels like. She'd be like, "Ooh, this feels pretty rough," and be like write that down, like kind of like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like that.
By the way, Toby, Aaron wants to go to Dairy Queen. Do you want to go to Dairy Queen?
I would love to go to Dairy Queen. I would be so down.
Toby's down for the Queen, FYI.
Shane was laying on his bed and jolted up. He was
He heard
He's like Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Dairy
Dairy Queen.
yeah.
Udex, one of our watchers says, I remember the toughest part of being 15 was not being able to talk on the phone for as long as I wanted. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was a big part of my quarantine. I was very
Talking on the
happy
phone.
about that.
So, Toby, you got to, I know this is embarrassing, but it's hysterical. You got to tell the story about quarantine. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
About your girl.
Aww.
Oh. Fudge, not
Fudge. So, come on, it's such an adorable story. Don't be ashamed of it. It's hysterical. Chad, listen to the story. So tell me,
It's not historical.
Okay.
Historical.
No, I'm saying historical. It's adorable. How's that? All right, tell me the story.
so like I wasn't much known, and I didn't really know much about quarantine, or not quarantine, COVID, until March 12th, I'd say, which was the day my school got canceled.
Right. That's not
And
get canceled.
so-
Your school shut down. It didn't get canceled. It got shut down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it down.
March 12th.
And so on
is when-
March 12th, I was like talking to this girl for a while, and on March 10th, I was like, no, I'm just gonna wait for tomorrow because tomorrow's Thursday, and I had a rough day on Wednesday. And the girl was supposed to tell me that she liked me because she was talking to my friend about it, and she never did. So I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, whatever, I'll do it tomorrow. And so March 11th
Yeah.
is a Wednesday, and I remember I was like talking to her that day, and at night I asked her out, and she said, yeah.
He asked
What the
her
problem
out
was on March
the day before
March 11th.
quarantine.
Time.
So then March 12th comes around, and she's really good gymnast, and she's out of
Hey,
town for a
Hey now.
gymnastics meet or whatever, or a
Yes.
tournament.
Right.
And so I didn't get to see her on the first hand. And so we go to school the next day, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, school's gonna get shut down."
Oh,
I'm like, "Are you serious?" And then, because in the worst part, I left school early as well.
you
And
did.
she came-
I
she was
picked you
gonna-
up. I picked you up. Yeah.
And so I didn't get to say goodbye to like my teacher because I remember it was an 8th period, and like my teacher was like, "Guys, I really think this is getting serious." And I'm like, and I remember the last thing I told her, I'm like, "No way, I'll see you tomorrow," and I left. And I never saw her again.
So Toby asked the girl out the
Yes.
day before everything gets shut down. So now he's got a girlfriend
Yep.
he can't see at all.
That's
Absolutely.
timing.
About COVID, so I didn't even think ahead.
The greatest
No,
time.
and like as soon as
ever.
school shut down, I'm like, "Are you serious?" The one time, come on.
And he's
It was
15. And he's
horrible.
15, Chad. Remember being 15? Remember 15-year-old love? Remember that?
Unfortunately,
it like
yes.
had potential, but then like it just got all like just ripped, like gone.
No, but the best part was Toby. So Toby. So here's these two kids, these two 15-year-olds, who barely know each other because I mean they're brand new, and they know each other a little bit, and now they're dating, and they can't go on dates, and they can't see each other. So they would literally talk every night, right? You talk to her just about every night, right?
Yeah,
And-
yeah,
FaceTime or Zoom or
Yeah.
or the old school.
FaceTime.
FaceTime. And they would just talk. And this, I think this is the first girlfriend you ever had who you literally just talked to. Like just that's all you had, right?
No.
Was all you had
No.
was talking.
No, well, 7th grade doesn't count because that wasn't really a thing. That was like a Snapchat thing. That was like we just like
Snapchat.
no,
Jeez.
we didn't really do anything. The 7th grade, we're like, oh my god, you're dating whatever her name is. Like yeah, and like in school you don't talk to them. It's just like over. So you just text them. And you're like, oh, I love you in 7th grade.
Right,
But in person, you're like, oh, who's this again?
right.
It's one of those things. And like we hugged at a bar mitzvah and it went on the news. It was
Right.
insane. It was like, oh my god, Toby hugged her.
Right.
Oh my god.
Right. At a mitzvah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I
yeah.
remember. It was, I gained so much popularity after that day.
So Chad, imagine being 15, you have a girlfriend, and COVID happens. How miserable
Mhm.
would that be?
All right.
That'd be pretty
Poor-
miserable.
Poor Toby, man. Poor Toby. And you guys dated for months, didn't you? You guys hung on for months. Like when did you finally break up?
Imagine that happening
Junior.
though when we were 15.
I know. So is it a positive
End
that
of
they're getting
June.
talking? Of course, it's a positive. They're UDAC says is it a positive that they're talking and getting to know each other? No, absolutely it is. It's just weird because like they couldn't even see each other. They only had to talk. It was like a long distance relationship from a mile away from each other. You know what I mean? Like they,
Yeah, not even a mile.
like, it was just horrible. And we
Like,
wouldn't let them see her.
hour, maybe.
We wouldn't let him see her. So yeah, poor Toby. Poor Toby.
But they did have video chat, so
Yeah,
that's more than what we had.
oh, way more than we had. Oh, can you
And,
imagine?
and they can practically do it all day long. We couldn't do it all day long.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We'd be tying up the family. Well, for me, it would have been tying up the family phone line. We didn't have like multiple phone lines.
Right. Yes. Right. Yeah, he's not even on a phone line. Yes.
Right. He's on the internet.
So Toby, do you enjoy being 15? I mean, I know the Rona sucks, but other than the Rona, do you enjoy being 15?
It's pretty enjoyable, I'd say.
It's pretty.
Tough. I'm not being 16.
You-
Definitely. Corona,
wait.
Corona.
Now our listeners are invested here. So did you break up over FaceTime? How did you break up? They want to know how you broke up.
Unfortunately, no. It had to be a message, which I personally don't like. I'd rather just do it like talking because like a text you could be like you kind of like hear emotion, so it's like if they're being like mean and stuff.
So
I don't know how to describe it, but like
did she break up with you over text?
on text you can take it 2 ways.
Did she break up with you over text? Who broke up? I don't remember. Did you break up with her or did she break up with you?
Yeah, I do.
You did. And you did it over text? Is that
I
what you-
had to.
Oh,
It was like
Toby.
11 o'clock at night, and I was really tired, and I was just really annoyed because reasons, and I was tired of it.
15 because reasons.
Unless you want to get in descriptives, we can. but
No, it's okay. I don't want to pry into your personal life.
Did you ghost her first?
Did you ghost her for a while? Or did
No.
you- oh, okay, good.
I said I told her I'd never ghost her, and I stood with that. I just said, just was scared to hang out one-on-one. But that was
Yeah, I
it.
remember that. I remember you saying she would. Yeah, you guys, once it was starting to let up a little bit. Yeah, you wanted to hang out, and she wouldn't hang out alone. Right.
We only did it once, and like she was like,
Wait, not
she was
yet.
like,
Wait,
"You didn't just hang out."
You only did
The
it.
next
Wait, hold
time
on.
and
You
then-
can't just say we only did it once. You're 15. You mean you only hung out once?
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry,
thank you.
we didn't. No, yeah, hung out.
Careful what you say there.
Did it. Not yet. Sorry,
Okay. Fair enough.
not bad.
No, it's all right.
Hung out one-on-one once, and
Right.
no, she didn't want to do it. She asked for a friend to come, and I'm like, we've talked on the phone every day since March. We really can't hang out one-on-one, and And she was like, I don't know yet, maybe like a couple more times. And I said, okay. But then the next day I was like, I can't, because I'd rather have a girlfriend that I can hang out with
Fair
one-on-one.
Fair
You know
enough.
what I
Hey,
mean?
sure. Hey, man.
And
Absolutely.
you never even got the chance to take her to Portillo's.
Exactly.
So
Like a movie, like, because everything was closed.
everything. Oh, absolutely. I know. Well, dude, you got a lot of girls in your future. Don't worry about it, kid. Just tell me.
Now, you didn't watch. Did you ever watch a movie together with her on the phone?
No, that was an idea.
No, that's not a bad idea.
Unfortunately, no.
You could have held
Well, like,
hands
we
virtually.
talked today, so it's like we knew so much about each other, and
Well, yeah, that's what you would say to me. Is like
Mm.
nobody knows me as well. No other girl knows me as well because all they could do, Chad, was talk. You know, like
Right.
they just talked every night. And like you're 15, how often? You know, like they talked every night.
Well, what all do you need? Do you have to talk about? I mean,
You're 15.
you run out of stuff to talk about.
Did you
and
ever?
that sometimes sometimes it happened, but I mean, we'd figure it out.
Oh, well,
Like we'd find like games or something to play just to like talk to each other and do stuff.
right. All right. Well, you're going to be 16 in a
We
couple
thought
of
of
months.
outside things to do, which never happened.
You're going to be 16 in a couple of months, Toby.
That's scary.
Mm.
I know. Jesse's known you since you were how old? You've known him since he was 8? Is that when you met him? When he was 8 years old?
I think I went to his 8th birthday party.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you left my birthday early.
Yeah, we did. We
Yep.
went to the Bulls
We
game.
went to the Bulls game.
That's how he remembers
Oh.
that. Isn't that funny?
It's
I
like
know.
He remembers
Yeah.
he took my dad away.
my,
on
my,
first
my,
day.
He was busy
My-
playing anyway. It was at a jumpy place.
You took my
He
dad.
left.
oh,
Toby, the chat room wants to know if you would like driving. Do you enjoy driving?
I love driving.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Very. Who's it more fun to drive with, me or mom?
I drive with mom more. You don't let me drive.
You say 'cause I'm in a hurry. He's like, can I
I
drive?
started
No,
with
we gotta
you, though,
go.
so I have to give you credit.
Why?
uh,
You took me on the road first,
I took
but
you. Yeah, I took
mom
you on the road.
drives more.
Mom lets you drive more. Whose car do you like better?
I don't know, because like yours I can like chill out a bit with, because like I can like push on the like pedal. Like mom's I have to like go a little easier.
On the brake or on the
No.
gas?
Like on mom's, I kind of like pushing hard when we first go, because it's like, and that sounds kind of cool.
You like the
I don't know.
great. You love to rev the engine. Great. Toby, wait till
Yeah.
wait till winter, Toby. You're gonna love it. Winter driving.
that's
You're gonna-
what I was thinking. He's going to be getting his license with icy roads.
Yep, he's gonna love it. Wait till winter. Winter driving's a whole different ball game than
Wait till the first time you hit the brakes and the car doesn't
Car doesn't stop.
stop.
just. Yep. You're like, what do I do? What do I do? Yeah. All right, Toby. Well, I love you, and it's been a pleasure watching you grow up. It's been a lot of fun. Jesse's been there for half of it already. Amazingly. That's incredible, Jesse. You've watched
Mhm.
half his life. Wow. All right, Toby. I love you, kid. All right. Maybe we'll
All right. Am I now?
maybe we'll get the DQ. Let me see how long this goes for.
I think we should. Shane's jumping right now. He's chanting like, get it. he's excited.
All right. I love you.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Toby. Thank you, Toby. We got a call. We got Iowa here coming in hot here. Iowa, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello. How are you, sir? Hold on. There you go. How are you?
All right. Okay. So I don't even remember why I called in the first place. I think it was Jay Schultz, band director by day, political scientist by night. But the subject has changed.
Yes, that's okay. What do you want to talk about?
Well, first of all, I want to know why it says I'm from Iowa. Because it seems like when I call, something on your screen says I'm from Iowa.
It says Iowa. Where are you from?
Well, my number is a Kirksville, Missouri number.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Jesse, do you know why he says it's from Iowa?
Because he lives in Iowa. Don't you live in Iowa?
No, I live in Paris, Missouri, which is not too far from Kirksville. But
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
I
Jesse,
don't know why.
I think Jesse might.
Let's-
I was just a little curious about that.
Let's change that then. No, here's what. Okay, so that's my mistake. I'll explain why. So what happens when people call in? I have a little area for notes, and so I can type in notes, and Scott can see them. And then the next time you call in, it tells there's more information that's given that says the last time you called, how many total phone calls, and the previous note. So for some reason, I must have had I'm not blonde, so I really don't have an excuse. Sorry, no offense to blondes. So sorry.
Racist.
Blonde is not a race.
She can be blonde if she wants to be.
I used to be a redhead.
Hey,
And-
blonde lives matter.
Oh wow.
Anyway,
So that's my mistake. That's why he thought you were from Iowa, because
Okay.
that's
I
my
didn't-
note,
did I
my
even say
mistake.
Iowa? At any point, did I say Iowa? I didn't think
You did. You said we have Iowa on the phone.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's why I said Iowa. Well,
Yeah.
now we'll say
it
Missouri.
was
For the
just
record.
one of those things. I was a little curious about it last time I called in. Maybe
I wonder
Maybe
why
the
I thought you were from
small
Iowa. I don't
south
know.
of Iowa. I don't know.
That's all
I
Jesse.
have no
does.
idea.
Jesse's
That's
the one
all
who-
me.
Jesse's the one, guys. For the record, Jesse's the one who types in the place. So it's all.
God, way to
Jesse.
throw your wife under the bus.
Yep.
Shit.
No, I can admit I made a mistake. I have no problem with that. I screwed up.
All right. So what's up, man? So what about
I'm gonna
politics?
blame it on the drinks.
So what do we do? So you want?
Okay, well, I guess while I've got you guys on for now, so I live in Paris, Missouri, which is like literally 10 miles away from Mark Twain Lake,
Mhm.
which is where we're having MOGA this weekend, this next Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And it's happening. Well, it's
And,
not a mega though, right?
It is
So-
actually happening. They've made a few adjustments to kind of how they do things, and for instance, the registration night's going to be outdoors in one of the recreation areas instead of at the visitor center. Just a couple of things. 'Cause we're in Missouri. We still don't believe Corona is real in Missouri, so everything is pretty much normal as long as you do a few basic.
Even though your governor had it, it's still not real.
And your president
Our
has
governor did. I haven't heard a peep from Parsons since he was diagnosed. I'm guessing that. I'm hoping that means he's being responsible and not infecting more people like some other politicians.
it. That shall go nameless.
Yeah, no politics on the show, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so just kind of if anyone happens to be looking for something to do on Saturday and is in the Midwest, we do have MOGA going on. They're doing the competitions like they normally do.
Oh, the contest, right?
I'm going to be doing the puzzle competition in the afternoon, and they just released like 103 new geocaches just to go find if you don't want to go compete. But yeah, it would be. What in the world?
There he is. Hello. Welcome back.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think an alarm just went off on my phone. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I'll have to find out what that is. It might be a tornado. I don't know.
No.
But
no.
Probably not.
You might want to pay attention to that.
But anyway, just to say, if anyone's coming in from MOGA, it'd be cool to just get to put faces to names of some of the people I hang out with on Wednesday and Saturday night.
Mm-hmm, sure.
I am a believer in the Rona, and I wear masks and stay 6 feet away. So don't worry about that.
Thank you so much.
And that works.
And masks work.
Amazing.
I know it sounds shocking, but masks work.
It works.
It's kind of sad. I'm a school teacher too, and we've been in session all year so far. We have a rural school district of about 400 students and about maybe 70 or 80 staff. by some miracle, we haven't had a case in-house yet.
Wow.
We do have a plan in place to shut down for sanitizing if we do have a case in-house, and we'll do a 2-week shutdown. If we have 5 cases in-house, we shut down for 2 weeks. But so far, so good. We've had to cancel a couple of games with other schools who've had cases on their teams.
You guys are having games?
We're having games.
Wow.
Like,
yeah, we're shut down. Yeah, we got none of that.
now we're like I said, the state of Missouri does not believe in Corona. And,
Are your like restaurants open and stuff? Like you can go in and eat and sit shoulder to shoulder with people? Are your movie theaters open?
I will tell you, the smoke-filled diner in Paris, Missouri, is open for business and has no restrictions in place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we went where was it? We went the other day. We went to the event I went to today in Quincy, Illinois. I went to the community celebration event in Quincy, Illinois today. It was in a Hy-Vee grocery store in the dining section, and they had everything spread out, tables closed, and all that stuff. But
Wait, it's Illinois. Yeah, Illinois.
Yeah,
do that
because
stuff. Yeah.
our governor believes in
Yeah,
Our
science.
governor believes in science and the Rona.
yeah, well, and see, it's a county by county thing here in Missouri. If I were to go down to Boone County, where Columbia is, University of Missouri, they actually, believe in science. But so if you were to go to Columbia and go to a restaurant, you'd have all those restrictions in place. But out here in the sticks, not so much.
So are you guys doing e-learning like my son, or are you guys like in classrooms?
We're in person. We're in classrooms. The rooms that have desks and tables have plastic barriers up.
Mm-hmm.
And are masks required?
That's about it. Masks are not required, and I can count on one hand
here.
and have fingers left over the number of people who are actually wearing masks in our school.
You have just
I am,
face
of course,
palmed
one of
Jesse Brown, and that is difficult to do.
Well, Missouri had over 3,000 new cases yesterday, for the record.
3,000?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
October
Yeah,
3rd. Wait, no, that's today.
Missouri's on the naughty list. If
Today.
you go on
Yeah.
the cases per capita by
Oh,
state,
yeah.
Missouri's on the naughty list. Man.
Bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
Missouri has, let's see.
This
Where
is what
was that? I
Kevin
just
thinks,
saw
Jack.
that.
This is why we
Has
can't-
2,196 cases per 100,000 people,
This is why we can't have nice
and
people.
179 deaths per 100,000 people.
Wow.
Just
I like to say it's like having a peeing section in a pool. All of this state by state, county by county patchwork of all of these, looser regulations. It's like having a peeing section in a pool.
Wow.
And who has time for that?
So the chat room has a question. You said these smoke-filled diner. Are people smoking inside a diner?
Yes,
Get the F out. Okay, now
because banning
stop the
smoking-
presses.
banning
Stop
smoking is
the
what
presses.
socialist liberals do.
You can't smoke
Stopper.
indoors. You can't look at Jesse's face palming again. You cannot smoke indoors.
definitely can't do that in California.
You couldn't do that in California in 1996 when I
it was-
moved there.
It was
Right.
crazy. This has been about 12 or 13 years now. I was in college in Kirksville, Missouri, and the city of Kirksville had just passed a anti-smoking ordinance for restaurants and bars. And oh my gosh, the townies went ape. I can't believe all these college kids would vote to ban that and make us good, hardworking, tax-paying local people have to go outside.
Go outside to
I'm
smoke.
just being.
So wait. So
It
in
was-
Missouri, you could smoke indoors in Missouri?
Yeah, it's a local decision. It's up to the local government to ban that.
So I can go to dinner in Missouri and someone will be next to me smoking, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Wow.
Again, back to the peeing section in the pool analogy.
Wow.
I guess we just like letting other people pee all over us. I don't know.
What the
I
hell
don't
is
know.
wrong with your state, dude?
Oh,
What the
Jesus.
Brings a whole new meaning to the show me state, doesn't it?
So you've got children in school with no masks on, is what you're telling me.
That is correct.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's wow is all I can say. I had no idea that like I mean I'm so used to Illinois where it's like, you wear a mask and that's just mandated, and like I have to go, I walk into a building, I have to put a mask on. It's like it's just the way it is,
Mhm.
And like
Mhm.
but a school, I mean, Jesus.
I mean, now I will say, you go to Columbia, you go to St. Louis, you go to Kansas City, you're going to have a different story.
Right. Right. This is because you're small town middle America kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Is it all Trump country
And
too?
I,
Is it all Trump country too? Is it all Republicans and
well, our county went about 80% for Trump in 2016.
80%? Wow, really?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying wow, like oh my god, I'm
Uh,
just wow. That's
the
a
highway
that's a
that
high
goes
number.
through our county has mostly Trump signs. There are a few Biden signs that have been vandalized. The name Biden has been cut out. The people just left them up to leave them up, but
Wow,
yeah, it's
wow,
it's a little different out here.
wow. And you like it out there, huh?
It's all right. It's all right.
What's the appeal? Tell me the appeal.
You
What's the how long? Okay, first off, let's start. Did you grow up rural or did you grow up in the city?
I actually grew up pretty rural. I always grew up in small towns. I only moved to the suburbs when I was a teenager. My parents bounced around, and I ended up in the kind of the suburbs of Kansas City when I was a teenager.
Okay, so you've lived in the city so much, pretty much. You've lived in. You know what it's like to not be in a rural area.
That's right. That's right.
And yet you went back rural, for the record.
And part of that was just necessity. That was who hired me when I got out of college.
Oh, okay. So you weren't
I was,
necessarily looking to go back. It was the luck of the draw that they're the ones who hired you. So,
well, and you know what? It's strange. It's like my small town upbringing kind of comes back into play. It's like I don't strike up conversations about politics with my neighbors, but we have a good neighborhood with a bunch of kids, and my 7-year-old daughter can go outside and play, and it's pretty safe to do so. And
sure.
There's an ice cream shop just a block away from us. They can go walk down and get ice cream.
Mhm.
It's a charming small town, and there's like a million geocaches around Mark Twain Lake anytime I want to go.
Wow. Okay. So okay. Do you feel more at home in a rural town, or do you feel more at home in a suburban city?
That's hard to say. The last time I've been in what I would call a city, it's been almost 20 years since I've lived in a city, because I went to college in a small town, about 15,000 people. I lived when I first got the job here in Paris, I lived in a nearby town of about 15,000 people. Honestly, one of the things that brought us out here to live in Paris itself was that we found a $73,000 house.
Oh my god! And what's the square footage of that $73,000 house there, Jared? If it's anything over 100, that's impressive.
Apart. It was actually it's a pretty decent place. It's
wow. Jesse, $73,000. Jess.
Yep.
Jess.
Mm-hmm.
$73,000.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Wow.
But
I don't think that would get you a spot in a trailer park here.
yeah, no, here either. The salaries are
What's your
probably
mortgage, like $12 a month on that house? Lord.
in the 500 range.
Oh my god. Yeah,
You
mine.
can't even rent a
mine. You add
studio apartment for
$1,000
that
to
around
that,
here.
and you get my mortgage.
My first
Good
apartment was
grief.
more than
See,
that.
that's like I have colleagues in the cities. They wonder why in the heck do you stay out here? And then I tell them that fact. They're like, "Yep, I get it."
Jason, we got a mortgage for $500.
Okay.
So my first apartment 25 years ago
Hmm.
outside of Houston, actually technically it was in the Houston city limits, an older apartment complex was more than that.
Yeah.
The last time I paid $500 for rent was I was living in the worst part of Chicago. Not the worst, one of the worst. I was living in Rogers Park in 1995, which was just a horrible, horrible neighborhood.
Then now it's
Now it's
now it's
gentrified, amazing.
really
It was
nice.
a horrible neighborhood, and it was because I went to Loyola University. It was Loyola, and then crap surrounding it. I mean, real
Right.
crap. The reason I bought my dog back then was because I took the dog with me to not get mugged. Basically, that's I bought a big dog, and so I paid $500 for this apartment. But it was beautiful and it was huge because it was in a crappy neighborhood that no one wanted to live in. But I when it was going to school. But like that's the last time I paid $500 for anything that I would live in. I mean, then I moved to the suburbs and I was paying $1,200 for an apartment.
Mhm.
So kudos to you, dude. Well played on that. $500 is
Yeah.
amazing. Well played. So okay. So are you gonna live there forever? Do you ever want to move to a city? Are you curiosity saying I wonder what? Because I know Jessie wants to move to Chicago. Jessie has said it many times to me. She's like, you know what? I've never lived in Chicago. I mean, city proper is what we're talking about. She wants to live in Chicago for like what, a year. Jess, is that what you told me? Like a year? You just want
No. So I have this idea
Uh-huh.
that I want to experience all these different environments that people live in. So like I would love to live in the city. I've never lived in the city.
Right.
So I'd like to do that for like a year. And I would love to live like out in a rural area because I've never experienced that. Like my whole life I've lived either on a military base or in like a smallish medium-sized city, if you want to call it that, or a suburb.
I love sticks, suburbs, and city. So
Oh, you've done it all.
Never.
I've done it all, and I want to retire in the sticks. So I want a couple hundred acres of land, and my property.
100 acres.
Yeah, and my property, and I
Think of all the
can-
geocaches you can hide.
Exactly. No, I can narrow that down to something like 30 acres, but I want land and build my dream house and be done with it. I need Elon Musk to get the Starlink network up and running so that I get decent satellite internet services, of course. But
Right.
other than that,
All right.
Chad, I have a dream house that I could help you start that dream with.
In Missouri.
It might be a Barbie dream house, but it's a dream house.
I'm going for Eastern Tennessee.
Eastern
Nice.
Tennessee.
That's
Yeah.
the-
Got the accent
that's
already.
Tennessee is the where everyone's retiring these days.
Really?
It's beautiful there. And,
Okay,
and
so-
affordable.
So Jay Schultz, so hold on. So do you have any desire to live in the city? Any whatsoever? Or are you just like, oh, you know what? I'm a rural guy.
Every time I visit, my parents live in Kansas City. My in-laws live in St. Louis. Every time we visit, we're like, all right, honey, why are we still living where we live? We
Oh,
need
really?
to come here.
Really? So you
I don't want to speak ill of my neighbors, but a presidential election season does bring out some ugliness that you wish you didn't see,
oh, I can only imagine.
to put it mildly.
I can only imagine. Yes. Okay,
This is
how did your wife grow up?
Go
If I
ahead.
may ask. Did she grow up rural or in a city?
kind of small townish, 15 to 20,000.
Okay. So she grew up kind of like you, right? Like a not a
Yeah,
suburb.
yeah. I would consider it like suburban, kind of
Okay.
stuff. But,
Does she not like it there? Does she like it there?
no, we like it here just fine. We've been here for. I've been at this job 7 years. We've been living here for 5, and
Mhm.
we're
we're kind of starting to maybe get the itch to sniff around and see what else is out there. But
'Cause I know
we've,
Jesse would love to live in a small town. I think I
Mhm.
wouldn't. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could
It's
do it.
been nice, you go from suburban to small town to really small town like we did. We're like, okay, well, all right, we'll hang here a couple of years and then we'll go find something else. But
I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool once we're
this
retired.
was an unlikely. I would call this an unlikely fit. You don't expect something. If you are a city boy, and
Right.
compared to a lot of my neighbors, I'm a city boy.
That's fun. That's funny.
You don't expect it to fit, but it really has. But it's like you get the
Right.
get the urge to start sniffing around and see what else is out there. So we'll see what happens. I would say forever crawling on, but
Yeah. I mean, I think it would kind of cool.
we're
Jesse,
doing okay.
Jesse, like she said, I know Jesse wants to, live in the city for a year. Jesse wants, I think you want to live in a high rise, right? Isn't that what you want to live in, a
Yeah.
high rise city for a year with
Yeah.
with
a
entrance and everything?
Yeah.
And, she wants, which, you know what? Like if we're retired, I have no problem. Like, yeah, let's live in the city let's take all our stuff, put it in storage. Let's live in the city for a year. Let's move to a small town and let's live in a small town for a year. Like rent a house for a year, and live there. But I wouldn't want to do it for work. I'd rather be retired, so I wouldn't have to. There'd be no commute and whatnot.
I've got too much crap to live in a high rise. Period.
It's put it all in
No,
storage.
see, I've moved so much that
Yeah.
I mean, every time we move, we just
we
purge,
ton.
get rid of
Yeah,
it.
We have purged a ton.
I have very little to
three
still
times
purge.
in 5 years. We've moved 3 times in 5
Yeah,
years.
right.
Now we're done for a while, but yeah, we've purged 3 times. Yeah. Oh, so all right. Thanks for calling in, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good to talk to you all.
Yeah. Be well. Be safe.
See you later.
Wear a mask, for God's sakes. We'll talk soon. Yeah, can you imagine school teacher, no masks, no kid, no masks on the kids.
No.
Yeah, see, FF Skippy says I like the suburbs. 5 minutes from the supermarket, Walmart, fast food restaurants. I agree. Yeah, I'm like that too.
Yeah, there's a lot to say about the suburbs. I've lived in the suburbs for the past 25 years now. So, but I lived in the suburbs a little bit as a teenager as well. But I grew up more in the sticks, and I lived in the big city for a little while as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not into living in the big city.
No.
The suburbs of a big city are
Well, that's
great.
where we live. That's what I'm in. Like, I
Right.
told Jessie she would hate it, but she still wants to try it. I'm like, Jessie, you're on top. Everybody's on top of each other. It's like you're gonna hate it. And she's like, I know, but I want to do it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I have no
I
problem.
want to experience everything.
Sure,
Like,
I've done it. I've lived there. Like,
yeah.
But like, I have no. I'd go back. It didn't bother me at all. To do
The
that.
thing about suburbs of a big city is you can't get the land that I want,
No, you
Right.
cannot. No.
or if you can, it's going to cost you
Which-
everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally everything. Yeah. Yeah. We live in the suburbs of Chicago. We're 20 miles from Chicago. I think maybe a little less actually to Chicago.
But if I'm say 30 minutes from everything I need, I'll be happy with that.
From a supermarket, you want to be 30 minutes away from a supermarket?
I
No.
would. So I'm saying 30 no more than 30 minutes to be able to get to everything that I would need. My big box store, either Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. I'm not advertising for these people. I'm just saying, a big box store, Walmart, whatever, big grocery store, Kroger's, whatever.
Yeah.
There other ones could be closer and stuff like that, but all those things, and AutoZone, Napa, O'Reilly's, whatever.
Right.
I need to have one within a reasonable drive. So
Yeah. Hold on. Cody Dog, if you're still watching, call in real quick. But no, I agree. I can't imagine living in the sticks and like being like a half an hour from a grocery store or like, I can't even fathom that. Just like, the grocery store is 20 minutes away. Like what if
Well,
bread.
I've never taken you to my dad's house.
No, you never have.
All these years I've never taken you to my dad's house.
Yeah. No.
But that's how it is there. I mean, he lives out in the sticks.
West Virginia.
He's 15 minutes from town, which is, a 6-aisle IGA.
What's a nice
Right.
What's an IGA? You're
Yeah.
adorable.
Right. Kiss my wife.
It's the biggest. It's actually the biggest chain of grocery stores, or second biggest. Kroger's is the biggest
Mhm.
of grocery stores in the U.S.
Really?
So,
They don't have
but,
they have them here?
they tend they got them in Illinois, or at least they used to have them in Illinois. But they tend to be small hometown
Oh.
Right.
chains.
It
Right.
just it was just in my time hospic in that in Nebraska, that small little grocery store we went to. Remember?
Yeah. So like
That
that.
was my time hop.
But
Yes.
but see, like Jesse's saying, if you got one of those 15 minutes away for those emergency kind of
Right.
things,
And
you
then-
know, you're not a 30-minute drive away.
Right.
Right. And then you can go for the big ones.
Right.
Big-
And
Well-
then the Walmart, he would have to go probably 35, 40 minutes.
Oh, so it's a trip to Walmart. a day trip.
It's a trip to Walmart. Hmm.
But imagine you can get geocaches and stuff
right. Oh, Cody.
on the way.
Hello.
Hi. Are we gonna go get ice cream?
It's 9:30 already. You better hurry.
What?
It's 9:30. We would be walking in when they were closing.
I know. Do you want to get ice
Wait,
cream?
unless they've started their are they still on summer hours?
It took our nerves.
Oh no, they might not be on summer hours anymore.
Check.
I'm
Call-
checking.
Call them, Cody. They're still open.
I'm talking to you. I can't.
It says they're open till 10 on their website.
We're open till 10. We have 25 minutes.
With 25 minutes to fly out the door.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like to live in the suburbs. I did the rural thing, and no thanks. Like, no thanks.
You are
I
wasting
definitely-
time. You're wasting time. I don't want your opinion on living in the suburbs. I want to know if you want to go for ice cream.
I mean, I also have ice cream at home. So, like, realistically, I'm thinking that we're going to stay at home.
Now you're going to depress my
I
children.
have my ice cream.
You got my children all riled up for ice cream, and then you denied them.
I know, but you got that pushing this show, and it's a good show.
I found ice cream wrappers in the garbage today, so I'm pretty
Did you
sure.
really? What kind? Mine?
No, one of the caramel Magnum bars.
Oh, okay, it's not mine. That's fine.
No, not
Oh,
yours.
those are good.
Yeah, it was right on. The garbage was full, and I took it out, and I
Any more
noticed,
for ice cream?
somebody had some ice cream
Well,
for
Cam had one.
breakfast
Yeah, but
today.
no, Cam had one the other day, though.
No, this was
Cam had
this
one up there.
morning
Yeah, but how do you know it wasn't from last night?
because he wasn't here last night.
He was here up until 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock. He had one yesterday.
Okay.
But my point is, did we take out the garbage yesterday and then
No,
refill?
there's no way because we got pizza last night, and there was, we put all of our paper plates
Yeah.
and our pizza
Oh.
wrappers and everything in.
And y'all didn't call me back.
I didn't call you back. Oh, you're right. I never called you back.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I did remind him to call you
Mhm.
too,
He did.
and he
What'd
was
you
like,
want?
"I'll call him in just a minute," and then we started doing something else.
What'd you want?
I wanted to make a connection with Ian so we could talk about Pat Tag.
So, why you calling me?
So I could get the connection.
Oh, Ian, call
You have his
Cody.
info, don't you? You would have
He's
his
in-
email address or something like that.
He's
Like,
in the chat room.
He's in the chat room as we speak.
right.
Yeah.
So I would have, but that was yesterday when I was trying to make the contact.
Ian, Cody wants to get a hold of you about a path tag. Why do you have to get a hold of my path tag? For what? I already did the design. What's the problem? Oh, you wanted to talk to him, but all right. Yeah, that's right. You wanted to have a conversation with him. That's right. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
remembering. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I can give you. I'll text you his number. So we
Yeah,
don't,
thank you.
so I don't put it in the chat room, so everybody can call Ian. Although maybe I'll put your phone number in the chat.
Right.
That people can call you. Hi, Cody. All right.
Right.
All right, so we're not getting ice cream. My kids will be very upset. I just want you to know that. I might have to give them my ice cream.
Well, it's now 20 minutes till they close, though.
You're a little tease. That's all I have to say.
Or, I mean, y'all can get it. It just takes me a little longer to get there. So,
Well, that's why I said you go now. I live way closer.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Dude, my Dairy Queen's closed. They're off summer hours, so they're already closed.
Oh.
Yours, for some reason, is special.
All right, I'll just give my kids my ice cream. I'll give Shane. Toby's already had ice cream. I'll give Shane my ice cream. All right, never mind, Aaron. Your big tease.
Right?
FF Skippy's like, post the numbers. They want me to put. Can I put your phone number in the chat room? And see how many texts you get. Hi, Aaron. All right, Aaron. I'll talk to you. No
All
ice
right,
cream.
you
no,
guys have a good night.
no ice cream for you. Bye.
No ice cream. Bye.
All right, there you go. All right, I think we're done. Nobody else is calling in, and we've talked everything. We've talked for an hour and a half. So thank you everybody for calling in tonight and just hanging with us in the chat room. We appreciate it very much. I don't even know what we talked about tonight. I really couldn't tell you. We talked to Toby and we talked to Jared about small towns, and we talked to what else did we talk about tonight? Anybody?
Do you guess where IGA's headquarters is?
Where is IGA's headquarters?
Chicago.
Get the hell out.
Really? That's
Yep.
interesting. I had no idea.
I just decided to look them up.
Huh. The IGA used to be an A&P, and that was where my grandfather worked. And my grandmother was walking by on the sidewalk, and she was still in high school, and she took an apple and kept on walking, and he came out and shook his fist at her, and the rest was history.
Really?
Yep.
They got married?
That's the story, anyway. That's their story. No, and then he went off to the army, and they kept in touch, and then he came home, and they got married, and then my dad was born. And now here I am.
The stork brought your dad.
Yay.
Right.
All right. Chad,
Scott.
next Wednesday. What are we talking about on Wednesday? What's our show on Wednesday? Do you know? Have me having to look it up.
I can look it up.
Group and buddy caching.
Buddy caching versus solo caching.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Everybody calling for that. Tell us your preference and why. It's nice. All right, guys. We'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. It's been a slice. We appreciate it very much. It's always nice to connect with people. We love to see you guys. So we will talk to you guys soon. Be well, be safe, wear a mask, and be well. We'll talk to you soon.